Hey guys, what's up? It's Tally here, and today I wanted to show you a flow that does not involve any load bearing, any weight bearing into your wrists or your hands. Because I know for a lot of us when we start out in yoga, our wrists just simply aren't used to bearing all this weight. We don't exactly handstand our way to work. So in poses like plank and down dog, we can often end up with a little bit of sensitivity just because our wrists aren't necessarily strong enough to carry our upper body weight or a lot of our weight. So today I'm going to be moving us through a flow that requires no hands, no wrist load bearing into our wrist, and it's going to be great. Also check out a video that'll be coming out really soon where I'm going to show you the different ways to strengthen, mobilize and stretch out our wrists. Keep an eye out for that, but as always I would definitely say if you've got ongoing wrist issues, pain, discomfort, tension, always go see a medical professional like a physiotherapist, just because you want to make sure there's nothing going on there, and then you can return to your yoga practice. Let's all make our way to standing, because we're going to start standing today. If you have a little bit of tension, a bit of tightness to your hamstrings or the backs of your legs, you may want to grab a block or two, but otherwise we shouldn't need too much in the way of problems. So making your way to the top of your mat, allow your feet to be about hip width distance for today. Your hands can find your heart center. Just close down your eyes for a few moments if that feels comfortable for you to do so. Take in a few breaths as you turn your attention away from your outer environment, the world around you, and in towards what's going on within. Hearing the sound of your breath. Feeling your breath as well. Observing the journey it makes through your nose, into the throat, all the way into your lungs and back out. Noticing the warmth of the air that you breathe out. So even though we're not going to be putting much weight through our wrists directly, we're still going to be doing quite a dynamic flow. It's going to be fun. But right here, let's start to dial into the breath a little bit more. Taking long, slow, deep inhales. Long, slow, deep breaths out through the nose. Your Ujjayi breath is part of your practice. I really invite you to cultivate this breath now. And if you don't know what Ujjayi breath means or entails exactly, it's just a slight constriction at the back of your throat. As we breathe in and out of the nose, imagine you're trying to steam up a mirror in front of you. That kind of idea, but with a closed mouth. Take a deep breath in. And release your arms down by your sides, exhale. Your arms sweep high to the sky, high mountain, breathe in. And exhale, forward fold, soften into your knees if that feels better for this first one. Relax your head, your fingertips or your hands can find that. So bend into your knees as much as you need to achieve this. A little to no weight in your hands, but at the same time start to distribute the weight through your feet, more into the balls of your feet, less weight into your heels, so your hips always come on top of your ankles. And then if it feels available to you, start to tilt this tailbone, your sit bones a little bit higher. And then melt your upper body a little bit deeper, keeping your spine long. Take a deep breath in, halfway lift. Your hands can find your shins or fingertips to the mat. Lengthen through the spine and breathe out, forward fold all the way back down. High mountain pose, big stretch up all the way to standing arm stretch high. And exhale, hands can find your heart. And again, a big breath in, sweep your arms all the way up. And exhale, forward fold, ground down. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen through your spine, collarbones reach forwards. And exhale, forward fold. High mountain, breathe in, arms reach high to the sky. And exhale. exhale, hands find your heart center once again. One more time, do this half sensation. Inhale, sweep on up. And exhale, forward fold. How long can you keep your spine as your fingertips or your hands find the mat? Halfway lift, big breath in, lengthen. And exhale, forward fold. All the way up, high mountain pose, arms stretch high, breathe in. And exhale, hands can find your heart. With your feet hip width, all your big toes touching, an inch or two between your heels, whatever feels good for you. Let's move into chair pose. So inhale, bend into your knees. Sink your hips down and back. And sweep your arms all the way up towards, keeping this deep bend to your knees. And you'll see that with me right now, I'm lifting up on my toes for a moment, just to make sure I got more weight into my heels. From this, we can then sink our hips a little bit back, maybe bend into our knees a little bit more. And find your core, knit your lower ribs in towards each other, big breath in. And exhale, airplane your arms, so hinge your hands down by your sides. Your palms can face kind of forwards and down, so you can really squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale, lift the heart a little bit more. And exhale, make your hips a little bit lower. All the way up to high mountain. This time with the back bend, inhale. Straighten your legs, cactus your arms, lift the heart, inhale. And exhale, forward fold as dive all the way that down. Toe heel your feet so they're about to the outer edges of the mat. Find this almost like a wide-legged halfway lift again. Hands can find your shins or fingertips on the mat. And as you next breathe out, step your left foot to the back of the mat. Fingertips stay on the mat. Lift your heart, look up, breathe in. And let's pause for a couple of breaths. If you're really good, just have a little bit of movement here. Maybe you're moving the hips side to side. Maybe you're straight and bending that front leg a little. Taking full breaths in. And full breaths out. Go ahead and drop your back knee down to your left knee. You can untuck your left toes. Inhale, straighten your right leg, half split, so both hands on the inside of that right foot. And exhale to bend back into your right knee and lift the heart. Again, inhale, straighten, fold as deep as you can. And exhale, bend, and again, lift the heart, gentle back bend. One more time, inhale. And exhale, coming forward into that lunge. Tuck your back toes under, lift that back knee, inhale. And we'll step that left foot to the outside of your left hand. So both feet on the outer edges of the mat. Engage down to the outer edges of your feet. And either bring your hands to your heart if that feels comfortable. Or if you want a little bit of a challenge, you can keep your knees joined away from each other, fire up through the outer hips, and reach your arms all the way out in front of you. Should be able to really feel your outer hips firing up here. Big breath in, lift the heart. Exhale to stay, keep your spine long. All the way up to high mountain, straighten your legs, arms reach high, breathe in. And exhale, hands can find your heart and your feet can come back in together. Other side, inhale, chair pose, bend into your knees, sweep your arms high. And exhale to airplane your arms, moving with the breath. Lift the heart, inhale. And melt your hips a little bit lower, breathe out. High mountain with the back bend, inhale, straight legs, cactus your arms. And exhale, let's fold all the way down, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, breathe in. And toe heel your feet to the outer edges of the mat again as you exhale. Let's step that right foot this time to the back. Keep that right knee lifted for a moment. Let's look up, really pop up through the upper body. Again, have a little bit of movement here. That feels good. Maybe moving your hips, maybe straightening and bending that front knee a little bit. Easing yourself into this pose. Just do what feels good for you in this moment. Deep breath in. Melt your right knee down as you breathe out. You can untuck your right toes. Straighten your left leg. Inhale. Bend back into your left knee. Again, a little bit of a back bend. Lift up through the standing. Breathe out. Inhale to straighten your left leg and lift your left toes. Exhale to bend and look up. One more time. Inhale, straighten. Maybe you're forwarding a little bit forwards. Exhale to bend back into your left knee. Tuck your right toes, lift your right knee, and again, inhale, step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Keeping your heels down to the mat. This is so important for this pose. I like to turn my toes out loads. So for me, because I'm quite tall, I keep my heels on the mat, but the rest of my feet are all the way up. Again, let's anchor down through the outer edges of your feet right here in Malasana. Maybe your hands are coming to your heart with your knees and your elbows connected. Or maybe you're really starting to fire at great power by reaching your arms out in front of you. Your next breath in, high mountain pose, straight legs, arms sweep high. Toe your feet all the way back in as your hands find your heart. Exhale. Moving with the breath now. So inhale, chair pose. Exhale, airplane your arms. Standing with the back bend, inhale, sweep your arms up, straight legs, lift up. Exhale, bow down, forward fold. Halfway lift, your feet can find the outer edge of the mat, inhale. Exhale, let's step your left foot all the way back. Inhale, lift up onto your fingertips as you drop that left knee. And exhale, half split. So straighten that right leg. Peel your right toes off the mat and in towards you. Inhale to bend your right knee, look up. And exhale to straighten and fold. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, look forwards, bend into your right knee, tuck left toes. Lift that left knee. And step your left foot back, Malasana, second last time. Bend into your knees, that yogi squat pose. Arms reach out, deep breath in. Exhale to stay, really draw your knees away from each other. Really grind out the outer edge of your feet. Breathe in, straight legs, high mountain pose. Feet can come in. As your hands find your heart, breathe out. One more time, inhale, chair pose. Exhale, airplane your arms. Breathe in, high mountain with a back bend. Exhale, swan dive all the way down, forward fold. Halfway lift, toe your feet out to the edge. Breathe in, lengthen. And exhale, step your right foot to the back. Drop your right knee, untuck your right toes. Lift your heart, inhale. And then half split, straighten your left leg and fold, breathe out. Breathe in, look up, bend back into your left knee. And exhale to straighten and fold. Last time, breathe in, create length through your spine, bend into your left knee. And exhale, keep that same length as you hinge forwards and fold in your half splits. Inhale, bend back into your left knee. Tuck your right toes, lift that right knee. And we'll step to Malasana, yogi squat, firing up to the hips, to the quads. Hands can reach out in front of you. Again, long, tall spine, keep your heels grounded. Your feet can be as wide as you need. High mountain all the way up. Reach your toes, straighten your legs. And exhale, feet can come to touch as your hands find your heart. Spend just 2 breaths here, just noticing how you're feeling. How your breath is, how your body is, how your mind is as well. Noticing the fire that we're creating, this heat, this warmth, this energy. And observing the parts of your body that feel really fired up, that feel good, that feel alive. Maybe sending your breath to the parts that don't feel quite so energized just yet. when you're ready on your next inhale, let's bend back into your knees. Chair pose once again, melt your hips down the mat. And exhale, airplane your arms. Maybe changing this up again. So breathe in, a chair pose, sweep your arms high. And this time as you exhale, airplane your arms. Straighten that left leg out behind you, straighten that right leg that's still grounded on the mat, right foot to the air. Here we are in airplane pose. So your left leg is lifted straight out behind you. Got a little bit of lift through your upper body, think almost like a gentle back bend, like a gentle cobra. But slowly from here, bring your hands to your heart. And step your left foot with control, slow as you can to the back of the mat. Fingertips can find the earth. This is where you may want the blocks. If you're feeling a bit tight in the hamstrings, to the back of that right leg. Otherwise, your fingertips can find the mat. Inhale, straighten your right leg. And exhale to bend back into your right knee. Inhale, straighten. And this time as you exhale, keep that right leg straight. See how far forward you can lengthen your spine over that right leg. And you may want to keep your hands on blocks. That is completely okay. But we're just trying to create length through your spine. Think almost like shin towards your shin. We're not really thinking forehead to knee. We're just thinking creating so much length. Take a deep breath, then lengthen your tailbone back. And exhale, collarbones reach a little bit further forwards and down. Bend back into your right knee, inhale. And let's settle right here for one more moment, breathe out. Crescent lunge, keep your arms high, breathe in. Keep that back knee lifted. Fingertips reaching straight up and spread your fingers wide. Take a deep breath in, really hug your inner thighs towards each other. And we'll find warrior two as you breathe out. You can adjust your feet if you need, but we're spinning that back heel down. Keeping the deep bend into your right knee. Right arm reaches forwards as your left arm reaches back. Fly your warrior, inhale, sweep your arms high, straighten that right leg. And exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, sweep your arms high, straighten, reach up tall. And exhale, warrior two. One more time, inhale, straighten your right knee, sweep your arms up. And exhale, warrior two. This time we'll straighten your right leg, sweep your arms high. And we'll bring our hands to our heart center, keeping that right knee straight. And then modify kind of star pose going on here with your right toe still pointing forwards towards the top of your mat. Take a deep breath. And we'll find Skandasana this time as you breathe out. So keep your right heel grounded, bend into your right knee. And lift up your left toe, so kind of balance on that left heel. Find your breath. It doesn't matter how high or how low. You can sink in this pose, but try and keep your right heel lifted. You can lift your hips higher to do that if you need. We're going to move to warrior two on the back of the mat for a moment. So just breathing right here. Inhaling to tilt your crown of your head up towards the sky. And as we breathe out, keep your hips low. We'll bend into your left knee. Pivot your right heel down. So in warrior two, facing the back on the left side. Left knee is bent. We're looking over our left middle finger. Inhale to fly your warrior once more. Straighten your left leg. Reach your arms high. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, sweep high. Fly your warrior. Straighten your left leg. And this time we'll find triangle pose. So I like to shorten my stance a little bit. So I bring my back foot, my right foot in. Reach your left hand forward. Send your left hip back. Allow that left hand just to rest wherever it wants to on that left leg. Right arm reaches high. And just finding your breath right here in triangle pose. In this pose, we're creating length through our hamstrings, maybe inside of your legs. You may feel it there too. But at the same time, creating length through our upper body as well. So creating this space through both sides of your waist. Breathe in, reverse warrior. Bend into your left knee. Left hand reaches all the way up and back as your right hand reaches down that back leg. Exhale to wimble your fingertips all the way down to frame your left foot. We're still on the back of the mat. And lift that right heel. Step forwards, right foot meets your left, halfway lift back of the mat. And exhale, forward fold and wiggle it out if you need. Just noticing the difference between each side. If you feel anything, just noticing what's going on. Halfway lift once again, inhale. And fall down, breathe out, get grounded. Chair pose, breathe in, back of your mat. Sink your hips down and back. Exhale, airplane your arms, lift up through the heart. Again, inhale, chair pose, sweep your arms high. And exhale this time to airplane. As you sweep your hands back for airplane arms, we're also sweeping your right foot back. Whew, where's my balance on this side? Really trying to reach your fingertips and that right heel back. Lift it through the chest a little bit. You're in full Dakasana, airplane pose. Hands find your heart center, keep your drishti, inhale. And on your exhalation, land your right foot to the back of your mat, something like that. Release your fingertips to the back to frame your left foot. And you're welcome to grab blocks for your hands once again, if you did on the other side. Inhale, straighten your left leg. And exhale to bend back into your left knee. Inhale, straighten that left leg, pyramid. And this time we're going to pause as you breathe out. Lengthen your tailbone back with every inhale. And see how far you can melt your collarbones towards the left big toe as you exhale. Inhaling, lengthen. And exhale to fold. Bend back into your left knee, lift the heart, inhale. And let's pause right here, exhale. Karasana lunge, your back knee stays lifted. Let's sweep your arms high, deep breath in, fire up through your legs. And warrior two, and breathe out. Left knee stays bent, spin your right heel down. Engage and anchor down the outer edge of that right foot. We're looking over the left fingertips. Breathe in right here. And feel the foundation of your legs, exhale. Fly your warrior, straight left leg, arms sweep high, inhale. Warrior two, long breath out. Notice your breath, keeping it long and slow. Inhale, fly your warrior. Exhale back, warrior two. One more time, just like that. Inhale, straighten left leg, arms reach high. Warrior two, exhale. A little funky transition time coming right out. Straighten your left leg, sweep your arms high once again, inhale. And exhale, hands can find your heart. Turn your left toes maybe a little bit more into the slightly, like 5 degrees towards the right. Bend deep into your left knee, keep that left heel grounded. And then come up onto that right heel so the toes of that right foot are all lifted. Keep your spine long. Your hands can stay at your heart. It can be quite tricky to balance it. If you're welcome to grab blocks for your hands if you need. And then we're going to transition to warrior two on the right side. So keeping your hips low, let's just transition to your right knee bends, right toes point forwards, left heel grounds. We made it. Fly your warrior, inhale, straight right leg, arms reach high. Exhale, warrior two. Fly your warrior, breathe in. And triangle this time. As you exhale, reach your right fingertips forwards. Your right hip moves back in space. Create length of that right side. And then allow your right hand to find that right leg, just wherever is comfortable. And reach your left hand high. So to save our wrists and in fact to use our core here, try and have little to no weight to that right hand. So just resting alongside that right leg. So not trying to grab onto that right leg, Or just allow ourselves to place the hand there instead. Look up towards your left fingertips if that feels good for your neck. Again, breathing in right here. Settling here for one more breath out. Reverse warrior, inhale, spin back into your right knee. Right hand reaches all the way up and back, side bend down that right side. So your left hand runs down that left leg. Windmilling your hands all the way down to frame that right foot. And let's step your left foot all the way to the top of the mat to meet your right. Halfway lift, inhale. And fold on down, breathe out. Again, you're welcome to pedal out through your legs, bend into one knee, then the other if that feels good. I'm going to show you for one final little flow. We're going to move into an old vinyasa alternative that I love to teach. My students will attest to this. And it does not involve any wrist or hand load bearing at all. So where are we going to go? We're going to lower our knees down first of all. I find that chaturangas, they're great, but I feel like if we do like 20, 30 of them in a class, it's kind of overdoing it. I really believe, and modern sports and movement science will attest to this too, that the more varied our movement, the safer, the stronger we're going to be, and the more sustainable our practices and our movement and our exercise is going to be too. So this vinyasa alternative does not include chaturangas, but I think it's still pretty challenging nonetheless. We'll start off with forearm plank. So bring your forearms down, palms can face down, and allow your wrists to be in line with your elbows, shoulders above your wrists. Walk your feet back behind you, lift up your knees, keeping your shoulders above your wrists, above your elbows, Really grip down the mat with your palms, hug your forearms in towards each other, your elbows in towards each other. We fire up through the core, so engage your glutes too, as you start to draw your lower ribs in towards each other. Protract very slightly through your shoulder blades, so drawing them away from each other. Deep breath in, and this is about as challenging as chaturanga. And slowly lower down your legs and your hips. You can untuck your toes. This is the best part, my favourite back bend in the world, Sphinx pose. So it's like cobra or up dog, but our forearms are on the mat instead. And they feel like, unlike those other poses, they can spend all day right here. Without moving your hands, imagine trying to drag your hands back. And this will allow you to propel your chest through the gateway of your arms, allowing yourself to have a slightly better opening and extension through your thoracic spine, your upper back. Take a full inhale, lift up through the heart. Exhale, tuck your toes under behind you. Starting to lift up the hips, lift your legs again, inhale. Making sure that your hips are in line with your shoulders. So really trying to fire up the core, we're not just letting our lower back sag. Oh, one more inhale right here, forearm plank. And slowly lowering down your knees. Knees can be wide or together. We're going to move into child's pose. Big toes can come to touch behind you. Hands can walk out in front of you if that feels good. Or after all that forearm plank, it may feel pretty good to allow your hands to rest down by your sides. Taking 5 or so breaths here. If you feel like you've lost your connection to the breath, maybe now is a perfect time to rediscover it. Allowing yourself to be still. Just notice again how your body feels. Observe your breath, your thoughts, your mind. Noticing your breathing as it slows down. And your body as it begins to relax. When you feel ready, another moment sooner, you can make your way up to either kneeling or seated or lying down if that feels best for you. we'll find a position that feels perfect for you, your energy levels, and what you need and want right now. Wherever you are, so allow yourself to spend a few moments in comfort. You can close down your eyes. Drawing your attention into your body, your breath, your mind, your inner world. And then any external noise and distraction melt into the background, even my voice. Immerse yourself in this experience of breathing freely. And letting go of anything that distracts you away from your breath. When thoughts come up, that is okay. Just gently bringing your attention back to your inhales and your exhales. And you're welcome to stay here as long as you like. Another minute, 5 or 10 minutes. I love to spend a little bit of time after practice really focusing on breath, on meditation. And if you have time for that, I invite you to do that right now. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, yogas. Look out for my next video, which is going to be all about supporting, strengthening, stretching through your wrists. Think you're gonna love it. If you like this video, as always, give me a thumbs up. Otherwise, have a beautiful day. Namaste, yogas. Thank you so very much.